Okay. So we will look into, what is the importance, what is the significance, and not just from the Diwali perspective. This goes for any full moon and any new moon. When we come, uh, on this topic, you will hear different names. This is harvest moon. This is this moon, that moon. So that is separate based on the particular cycle. But the point is, why so much importance to full moon or new moon? So when we are talking about full moon, full moon is indicative of completion. It's indication of illumination. Uh, of course, because now you see the full moon, it's the stages. Every day you will see, depending on the cycle, from new to full means from nothing, slowly appearing. And then on full moon, it is full, as the name suggests. Illumination, because this is the time when sun is illuminating the moon, because moon doesn't have any light on its own. It is all based on the sun's light reflection. So it all depends on the positioning of these planets, specifically in this case, it's moon and earth, and of course the sun, these three. But spiritually, it is symbolizing clarity and culmination and awareness. So what is happening here is, uh, kind of, you can say, shedding the light on the hidden and unconscious. Now, as we were talking about full, so it also reflects wholeness, integration, you can say, because now you see the moon in entirety, depending on where you live, situation day by day, but it's a 28-day cycle, then it's 28-day cycle. So that is the balance between light and dark, light and shadow, conscious and unconscious, or subconscious mind, different ways we try to analyze or look into it. But this is cyclic. That means it is not a one-time thing. We keep going over it. But when it comes to full moon, this is the main, you can say, reflection or indication one can get. Now, we are talking with respect to meditation. We are talking with respect to spirituality. So why it is so important for spiritual person, or for our meditators, or anybody who's into the energy concept? I mean, everything is energy. So what is happening during this time? Doesn't matter which tradition you go to. You can look into Tibetan tradition or Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism. People have described or talked about this phenomena with respect to energy. So what happens is, the mental and the pranic, we call it prana, Chinese call it chi, Egyptians called it ka, same thing, life force. So ultimately it is the life force, the energies are amplified, and that is the importance. When life force is amplified, your meditation is going deeper, it's going more, you can say, whether you are looking for increasing the time, whether you are means, like we say, the depth and the width. So whether you are trying to go deeper into meditation, whether you're looking for some transformation, all those efforts, what you are putting into, you can say you get help, because the energies are helping you, because it is heightened energy time. So it's a very good time for clarity. Clarity, because we go through emotions every day. We have emotions stuck. It is there for years, sometimes for life. We don't know where it is coming from. We have our belief system, and they also put limitations. We don't forgive people. So that puts, because we don't let go, it becomes a problem, because now it's a burden. So a lot of clarity can be achieved during this time. because we'll be able to go inside our emotions, inside our thought process. As we get more and more clarity, you will be able to understand that, okay, I was thinking that this person did this to me, how can I forgive? And all those kind of, negativity, anger, jealousy. But then the more you understand how life works, easier it becomes to forgive someone. And as we forgive, it's very easy to balance emotions inside us. Energy is high means emotions could be high. It could be very intense. So be aware that sometime during such events or such situations, or if you are having group meditation, energies are further amplified. It is possible that people may get very emotional. Sometimes people may have tears, they may cry, or sometimes they may just laugh. You don't know what kind of emotions may erupt. Ultimately, your hidden, blocked, emotions that you are unaware of, they may come to surface. That means your awareness will increase. That means it will impact your consciousness. Now you are aware of what you are not aware of before. So this is a good time when energies are higher. It will help your meditative journey, and it will help inner cleansing. Inner cleansing means, bringing out whatever is hidden, stuck. Like in Diwali time, we say declutter. This is what it is, emotional decluttering, emotional cleansing. And if something can help, something can expedite, then why not? So that is the reason we say full moon meditation. Usually you may do whatever, say half an hour, but full moon, generally people say extend the time, do it for longer duration. Again, as we were talking about, there are different traditions, doesn't matter. You look at Tibetan, Buddhist, Hindu, yogic, Taoist, everywhere you will see some mention. Full moon is really sacred. Many times, you will read about some masters and they will say, this happened on a full moon. So why only full moon? Again, as we just reviewed, that this is what happens. Energies are highs, and this is the time when your emotions are impacted. Even in the life of Buddha, a lot of events happened on a full moon, the birth, enlightenment, and all those things. And a time of, because it's a reflection. When you are in meditation, you are looking inward. You are introspecting. You are not worried about, oh, he did this, he said, means you are not worried about others. You are looking into your own self. You're looking into inner self and finding out, okay, this is my behavior, this is my tendency, this is who I am, layer by layer, right? We cannot just jump directly. Hindu tradition, of course, Purnima and Amavasya. These are the two names we keep hearing for full moon and new moon. So when we talk about Purnima, that is the full moon time, and it has, so much significance. You keep hearing, oh, this is Guru Purnima, this is Kartik Purnima, or this is, different names because every month you have a full moon, right? So whether you are honoring teacher as Guru Purnima or spiritual cleansing on a Kartik Purnima, there is a reason why on that particular, time only, which means month, this thing is selected. And again, it is all related to, all our galaxies, planet system, and things happening around. It's not a question of randomly someone has picked that, okay, I will call this one as a Guru Purnima or this one as Kartik Purnima. It's all scientific based on positioning of the planet. Whether you look into yogic or Taoist, doesn't matter. It represent, see, we call it in our yogic system in different way, whether you look into Ayurveda, whether you look into anything, but Chinese or TCM, when you look at, they will call yin yang. So in this case, the full moon is representing the yang. So when we say yin yang means we are talking about feminine and masculine. And these energy go together. You cannot have, just one side of it. So full moon is representing one, the new moon will represent the other. And, when moon is the prime in this case, sometime people do, the pranayama, which is more towards the Chandra or the moon, means the cooling effect. Like even when we do Anulom Vilom, we are balancing both sides. There are pranayam where you can do just one, Surya side or Chandra side, means sympathetic or parasympathetic nervous system. So in this case, because moon energy is high, you can do the cooling pranayama or activate more the Chandra Nadi. Chandra Nadi means again the calming down, the cooling effect. So when we have full moon and we say, okay, do the moonlight meditation, of course, weather permit. If it is a peak winter season, you may not be able to sit outside, but if possible, we could, then it's a very good idea out in the nature directly under the sky. You have, big benefit out of Panchbhutas. If you're sitting directly on the ground outside, you have air, you have ether, and of course the moon right in front of you. When it comes to, different kind of emotions, there are different ways one can do that. You can have some kind of, if you have to release emotions, you are finding it difficult, you can use this. Again, it's all inside. You are dealing with your own emotions. We are not trying to fix someone else's, right? Doesn't matter your parents, your kids, your siblings, they don't do meditation and we try to help them. But this, whatever we are saying here, you have to work on yourself. That's where it works the best. Gratitude and reflection, because as you are doing it, this is something which is, you have to keep it in mind. Gratitude is a huge positive emotion, what we call positive elevated emotion. And so you are looking into your own self. Sometimes you will find shortcomings. Sometimes you will find issues. Oh, I didn't forgive this person. Oh, I am behaving this way. That's okay to improve. But at the same time, the positives that you have, you should be, having the gratitude towards that. The things that you have in life, don't get stuck on what you do not have. Be grateful of what you have. Okay. And then, of course, Anapanasati, we say breath meditation. Sometimes people say, no, I want music, I want chanting, I want this. Whatever works for you, first continue doing that. Don't worry. And then, of course, everyone is different. Your thoughts, your process, your story about yourself is different. So it doesn't matter what, first do something. That is most important. Whatever works for you. So that was full moon. Now let's look into new moon, right? Now, new moon means you cannot see it. So where in full moon, you have the bright kind of, light coming in even in the nighttime, but in the new moon is pitch dark. Now, it is part of the lunar cycle. It is, you can say, a new beginning, because new moon, as the name suggests, from the darkness, now slowly and slowly you will have less darkness and the cycle will go towards full moon when it is fully illuminating, full bright. So it's a new beginning. It's kind of a renewal, right? So this is something which is coming out from the darkness. That means if you compare with us, uh, there are emotions, there are situations that we are having that story, that belief that we are limited. We lack all those, whether you call negativity or limitations. So this is what we renew. We renew our thoughts, we renew about the story that we have about ourselves. So that's why it symbolizes kind of rebirth spiritually, potential and a fresh start. That means, okay, here I start. You don't know what you don't know. But when you are aware, now is the time to move forward. The dark moon or the sky, it kind of, because it is dark, we feel it is empty. It kind of representing silence. So it's a void. Void means again spiritually. So it's a sacred void where the creation can begin. This is a good time if you want to start something. This is the time. If you have determination, it's a good time to start. Why? The energies are with you. So this is something, again, we turn inward. We are not worried about outside, because all the changes, spiritually or otherwise, has to come from within. There is no pill which can change your thought process, which can change the story that you have about you. Now, we were talking about yin yang, and so this one is yin. So this one is reflection of more on the feminine side. It invites stillness, deep meditation, and this is a good time to listen to your soul. It will help you working on your intuition. As our sixth chakra, which is the uh, clear seat, or you can say the most connected to your intuition, right? We call it third eye as well. For that reason only, it's a good time to start working on that. So if you want to start and you think that, oh, I'm struggling, I'm trying, but it's, changing the habit, changing whatever, it's a good time to sow that seed in the this particular time, which is the new moon. So inner reflection, of course, again, meditation, new moon, higher energies, those elements, certain elements are common, like we were looking into full moon, and good time to start. So you can set new intention. You are starting, sometimes they say 21 as a magic number. If you want to change your habit, do something 21 times. We talk about mandala, that you want to start, do that. You want to reset your energies, which is a cleansing, basically, letting go of old habits, letting go of old patterns, old beliefs, uh, emotional residue, or the emotional, whether it's related to forgiveness, whether yourself or others, doesn't matter. You feel I have done it, but something is still there. So you want to just cleanse it. You want to just go over it. It's a good time to start. Doesn't matter, as we were talking for full moon, whether you look into Hindu tradition or Buddhist, Amavasya, you will see in many different, our festive time coming as that, oh, this happens on Amavasya, or one should do this. But one connection is ancestral connection. So with Amavasya, spiritual purification. And this is, a time when we honor our ancestor or clear the karmic energy. Why? And this is very important because, when we talk of karma, people get scared, people get negative kind of feeling that, oh, karma means bad karma, something as a punishment. No. We as a soul family, we come here with a purpose, we come with a homework. And where this homework is coming from? Something that our ancestors could not do, right? Something that is going on, but we are stuck, we are not able to go over the hump. So they request that, hey, in this life, can you try to do this? In a way, you can say it's a group assignment, like in a college, university, or school, you get a group assignment. It's one of those things. So you may have some individuals, you may have this thing as a homework given to you. And that is why when we honor or we connect with our ancestor, um, cleanse this karmic energy, it can transform your life. And Amavasya is a good time for it. Uh, Even in Buddhism, Amavasya or new moon, I mean, of course, called different, but this is a good time to get into meditation, mindfulness, again, emotional or spiritual. So what can we do? Same thing. You can have a set your intention, sit quietly, anapanasati or something else if you are doing, doesn't matter, like we were talking about music, chanting, other thing. Important thing is that bring love, bring positivity, and then sit. Do not get stuck on the shortcomings, the lack. Think with what you have, fill up your heart, your body with gratitude, with positivity, and then set the intention and start. Look for that inner stillness. Initially, you may struggle. That's okay. A lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, emotions coming. Slowly and slowly, you will find the stillness. How? Today, you may have 3 seconds. After a week, it could be 5, then 10, then 15. So over time, your stillness increases. Don't expect I'm just sitting, I'm learning, or I'm just starting and I will have the same experience as someone doing for a long time. It is absolutely okay initially not having anything and slowly improving it. Why? Because as we go, as we cleanse and balance, like we were talking about yin yang, it's a balancing. Whether we call about, in allopathic term, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, right? Ida or Pingla, whichever way you take it, same thing, energies in the body. And then that's what we are trying to balance. We are trying to cleanse. We are trying to find a harmony. And then have gratitude for the past cycle, gratitude, we were talking about ancestors, gratitude about whosoever has helped you so far in life to come here, whether your teachers, whether your friends, colleagues, family members. Gratitude is a huge positive tool that we can use to bring it to our, help in terms of sadhana. So masters, whether full moon, new moon, one thing common, high energies. Slightly, there is a variation with respect to full moon because it's bright, it's a reflection, a natural cycle, insight, emotional balance, unity, and all those things. Whereas new moon could be good for resetting something, starting, as we say, plant a seed. That means a new initiative in the sense of your spiritual journey or whichever way, align your intention, your soul, your effort. And this will help you in moving on with your sadhana because, hey, if you want to reach somewhere and someone can, give you a better vehicle which goes faster, then why not? So these times, Amavasya, Purnima, which is new moon, full moon, gives you a little bit of boost. And this will help you in getting into your spiritual journey much faster. So masters, here we stop. And then if you have any question or any experience that you may want to share, please feel free to go ahead.
Good morning, Guruji. So it's an excellent session. So actually, I would like to know the cleansing process towards getting the purification. So is there any ways, specific ways of cleansing our our negativity or for getting more happiness?
So great question, Damodarji. देखिए, cleansing, when we say here, we are talking about cleansing of the soul. That means the spiritual cleansing. So the way we cleanse our physical body, which is typically, we take bath, shower every day. We have to cleanse inner. Inner means our soul. Soul is nothing but energy. And the number one, which is, you may say, the root cause or the starting point, whichever way we look at it, for all our feelings, emotions, sukh, dukh, everything, starting point is your thought. So when we say cleansing, we have to work on our thoughts. We say, oh, I'm very sad today. Why? Somebody did something, said something, or some event happened. Somebody got hurt or whatever. It is all external. If external event is my source of happiness or sadness, then I have to continue working on my spiritual journey, because happiness or sadness, everything should be inside, not outside. Outside, not in your hand, not in your control. That means we'll keep dancing on the tune of whatever is happening around us. So when we do meditation, now people can achieve this many ways. We say meditation, but you can achieve the same just by doing pranayama. You can achieve the same just by yoga, right? And yoga is not just the asanas that we typically assign or connect yoga with. Yoga is a big umbrella. Actually, in one lifetime, you cannot even learn and follow yoga in entirety. So the point is, some people say, hey, I don't believe in this, I believe in that. Okay, do it. You have so many options. Ultimately, they balances, they, synchronize energies inside us, which help us to change our thought process. Otherwise, you cannot just go and say today, okay, tomorrow I will not think this way, or I will remove all negativity. How? That's the function of the brain. Thoughts will change step by step. But that is the starting point, that how determined we are, how convinced we are. So wisdom helps, right? That's where the knowledge, listening, reading help to convince us that, yes, this is what I want. This is how it is to be done. And then you just continue. But thoughts, that is your cleansing. Number one, starting and end point, you can say both your thoughts.
So the main thing is we have to clean our thought process by applying these the spiritual processes and meditation.
Absolutely. And that's why it gives you the power that everything is in me. That means one day it is possible that I will be out of this misery of he said, she said, he did, she did, all that kind of, stories that we have around us. And that's the only way we can achieve blissfulness, because now we are independent of what's happening outside. I'm not upset because, oh, I'm late because of weather. What can I do? I don't control weather. Oh, because of traffic. I don't control traffic. No. Then you stop whining. You stop blaming others. And you only find a way. What can I improve in myself? Improve what? Your thoughts. That's all. Actions will automatically improve after that. If I have stopped whining about weather, I know today is a big storm coming. I will leave accordingly. I will leave an hour early or half an hour early, whatever that may be. End of the day, I'm not whining at weather. Why? Because now my thoughts have changed. My thinking has changed, which has changed my actions or decision making. So I don't blame. But who changed? Only me. I'm not changing anyone else.
Right.
So then you go step by step. You learn one thing, then you go to the next. How to forgive? What is forgiveness? What is gratitude? What is non-interference? All those things, accepting as is, the people, the situation, everything in life. But they come step by step, and everything helps in improving your thought process in a way that you stop whining, you stop complaining, and hence your life become beautiful, blissful, whichever way you want to call it, better and better.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Damodarji. Beautiful question. Anyone else sharing or asking? Please go ahead. Namaskar, Shashi ji.
Namaste. My question to you is the void situation, which you call it Amavasya. Is this it's the same effect as a full moon?
Energy wise, yes, but the implication is slightly different. And hence, there are two different ways we can utilize. So when we are saying new moon, it's a energy same, but we are saying it's a good beginning, good time. You want to start something, change the habit and all, because now a new beginning is happening. Of course, that is the cycle of the moon. From zero, it is going to full brightness, and hence we say it is a good time to start. So the value on both sides is high energy, high emotions, slightly different form. And that's why we say this is, you can do in new moon situation, this you can do in a full moon situation.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last line. In the black moon, but
In the black moon, when it is totally dark, it's actually going from darkness to brightness. So that is why we say it is a good time to start something new. You are struggling. I want to change my habit. I want to change my thought process. I want to change my whatever. It's a good time to start that. Energies are supporting you to go from darkness to brightness.
thank you.
Welcome, Sashi. Anyone else, masters? Yes, Vindhya ji.
Namaste, Guruji, and
Namaskar.
happy Diwali to you and everybody else. Great
Diwali.
timing and great session. I think full moon we have all heard, but I love how you brought about no moon, which is coming, Amavasya. As growing up, I know somehow in my house it wasn't, but most of my relatives and friends, Amavasya, they do all this cleansing. They do like they eat fruits. I wish I had continued. It would have been a great detox process. But somehow I was always attracted to moon and its beauty and energy, and it's always attracted. So full moon is something I always appreciated. I just wanted to reflect on some things like experiences. Um, Obviously, moon is, they say, is connected to mind, and so mostly our when we want to work on our thoughts, which is what you said, it can be associated with moon. And I love the way you said start with like a clean slate on new moon, and then work on one process maybe till full moon, grow that energy. But most of these places, high energy places that I visited, somehow either we planned obviously to be there on full moon. So the energy is high there, and then full moon also like emphasizes that, like it increases it. So, which is great. But I think what I have learned is we have to be prepared for that, because high energy doesn't mean just all positive. It could be negative high energy too, because it is your state. If you are in that, caught up in the negative thing, then the negative is increased. So when we are planning that way, we need to be very aware, and awareness is very important. And so I have had great experiences because of the high energy, and the moon made it feel even better. At the same time, I've also had where the negative emotions were like high, either with the people around me, and that might have even with me. I should not say for others, but it brought out. So one question is, obviously, these spiritual journeys are our own, right? So should there be a focus on going by yourself, or make sure, like, everybody, like, it is hard to pick people, but I'm just asking you, like, should there be a effort to make these by yourself?
Okay, so great. So first, when we talk about these things, 100%, energies are amplified. When energies are amplified, doesn't matter new moon or full moon, we cannot pick and say this high energy should impact this, but not that. When there is a tide coming in, you will see the waves or the water level going up. We cannot say in this 5 feet, okay, impact, but the other 5 feet, beside it, don't impact. What it means is we get influence in totality. That means if I'm getting amplified, my energies are getting amplified. So if I'm into some, depression, if I'm into some negativity, full-on negativity, even that will get amplified. Because good or bad, we term it, right? Energy is energy.
Yes.
So sometimes you will see even, when you go for group meditation or certain events specifically, some people will start crying or, kind of scream and all those things because their emotions are coming out. So is that a bad thing? No, it's better out than in. But for the audiences, it's scary, or it could be scary that, oh my God, all of a sudden somebody's, crying or yelling or screaming or whatever, and they don't know what's happening because they are not feeling any amplification of emotions, but the other person is. Does it mean it is bad for others? No. Does it mean it's bad for that person? No, it's getting released. So how we see is more important than, it's all about interpretation than actual what is happening. Every cry is not a bad thing, and the crying means you're releasing.
Mhm.
In this society, we have created this problem. That's why, when our stomach is upset, we immediately say, take medicine, block it. That is the worst thing you can do. The body doesn't want something, that's why it's releasing it out. And we take medicine and block it. What it does, toxin stays in our body. What it will do? It will harm us later on or on a longer term basis. So emotions, when stuck, has to be released. You don't release, what happens? It will create from acute to chronic issues in our life. Now, second thing you pointed out, it's a very good point. You said we choose, you plan a trip, you do whatever. We never choose anyone. This is my experience. Universe pick who you gonna go with and all you, and those trips are the best. When we plan, we think we are planning, but the plan is coming from the universe. Certain people will come as planned, certain will not be able to come, certain new people may show up, and from a distance, it may not feel anything big or different or good or bad, but there is always a reason. That's, I would say, just two for now. Those two people are there. Why? Because there is an energy exchange between those two. That means it is not a question of everybody getting something from everyone. It may be just one-on-one. You may be in a group of 20, but two individuals, one sending message to the other. And that was the purpose of the second person to go on this trip. So there are other 18 people around you. They are not impacting you, the second person. They have some other pairing going on. And that is how universe bring messages or energy or whichever way we take it. Universe cannot come and talk to us. It's these combination of events, people happening, certain events that brings message to us. It's up to us whether we are at that level spiritually that we understand and we can take action on this. Or if you don't know what you don't know, things may just go and we may miss the opportunity.
I understand. I think the thought came because earlier these sadhus, sages used to make these trips alone and they wanted to explore and didn't want any other. But I see your point. I think I see you saying others come as reflections for you, mirrors for you to see and point out through the interactions. And that makes sense too. So, and the biggest point is we think we are planning, but we are not. You're right in many ways. Maybe it is a coincidence, but when you talk about reflection, I see moon also as a reflection somehow, and I feel obviously it's reflecting sun's energy. So I feel I see it as a mirror, and if we see ourselves as sun, or that Anshinas, it is reflecting. So I feel I see it that way, and that's something that inspires me. So, thank you.
Absolutely. And that is what happens on full moon compared to new moon. New moon, there is no reflection. Full moon, there is reflection. And hence, there are certain things which happens better in full moon. One of them is reflection.
Yes.
Now, one more thing. you just brought. So before I forget, I must say, whatever we have talked here, and this is for everyone, we are talking with respect to the family setting. But when we talk about sages, their path is slightly different. They are going individual. So that's why certain elements may not be one-on-one. For sages, it is their own journey, their own sadhana. They know what they want and they want to go to that level. Whereas what we are talking about here is we are not encouraging anyone to leave the family, go to Himalayas or whatever. So there will be slight difference. And one of the differences alone versus in a group.
Thank you. Great discussion. Thank you.
Welcome, India ji. Yes, Smita ji, please go ahead.
My question was following what do you call the other participant who just
India ji?
I think it was sorry, I forgot the name. Just let me check. I think it was Shashiji about
Okay.
the war. Probably this is a personal question regarding something. And then since I've come to meditation, I feel that I'm becoming a better person, and I feel things are getting better. Things are getting better, and the interactions and everything. And I feel that I've become more forgiving and accepting things people are, and over it goes on for months or an all, and then again something happens, and I'm going back. So I like the emotions go again very low. So I feel that but this is have often happening in and out. So is there something more to work on, or something specific that you could point out, or you think it is I don't know what to say.
Okay. So I guess based on what you just mentioned, your question is, yes, we see some improvement. And sometime you may, what we typically say, 2 step forward, 1 step backward, or, you may
Yes,
see
absolutely, that's
yourself slipping, kind of. So it is very natural and it is very normal because universe bring some indications, some information in our life which help us move forward. But at the same time, universe will also test, have you really completed this learning? And that is the time when we feel we are slipping. And this is the time when we have to really gain the strength and move 3 steps forward. So even if you came 1 step back, but then you move 2 step plus, means 3 step forward, what I'm giving as an example. And this is how you keep moving forward. And this is exactly the point of full moon or new moon, which helps you when you feel, oh, I'm slipping a little bit. They kind of help you in propelling forward, pushing forward, whichever way we put it.
okay.
And it happens with everyone.
Thank you. And then yeah, I agree that it's happening, but I feel that even what you say, I just say the same things to my learners regarding learning, but I apply to myself. But when it happens not once, twice, but like few times, then you start wondering. So that's my concern.
Right. So when it is happening frequently, then you have to really do an introspection, again, going inward and seeing, did I really completed that lesson or not? If it is happening again and again, means there is something left behind. There is some, like a course has 10 chapters, I have done 6, but I left 4. So I have to complete those 4. That doesn't mean I'm a good student or a bad student. It's just that I was not aware that I missed 4 and I have to go back and complete those 4. That's all. How we judge, how we interpret that. You see, again, in meditation, when you are not judging yourself, because forgiving or judging is not just for others. The worst is actually we judge ourselves and we don't forgive ourselves. That is mostly what happens. So you have to go back and see, okay, 6 months back, this is what I was doing. Now I'm doing this. So before I was, say, my score out of 10 was 4. Now my score is 6. So there is an improvement. Where I'm losing, okay, I'm losing at this. That means now the experience that I'm getting, then let's call it negativity in life, that people or events are happening which is pulling me down or whatever, is indicating of what? It's indicating that this. Okay, now I know what to improve. Any negativity, either from a person or from an event, just see what it is trying to tell you. How? By reversing it. What will I do or what should I do that they stop doing this? Not to just listen to them and do what they want. That's not the point, learning wise. And then you know, okay, this is what is remaining and I have to continue working. If you are doing meditation and everybody is pulling you down that what is this, blah, 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 against meditation, that's a test to you. Do you really want? Are you sure? Have you understood and all that? And then certain elements that meditation, people stop blaming you or chasing you, but now it is, something which is people are coming and, doing whatever. There could be hundreds of examples. Whatever trouble they are giving you, try to interpret and see, okay, what is it? Is it my patience level? Is it my acceptance? People.
Sorry, Gauruji, I lost you because your screen froze for a minute. Could you repeat the last sentence?
What one has to do is go back and interpret what is it that is coming now to me. Universe is throwing, means people are coming and doing this to me. Why? Okay. And if you know, is it my acceptance? Is it, like we say, accept people as is? Is it the gratitude? Is it the forgiveness? What is it that I need to improve? If I just accept, I cannot take that people have conflict and I say yes, yes, yes all the time, then I need to change. Sometimes you have to stand and say no. Sometimes it is communication. So everybody's journey is different. We cannot copy paste. But those events, what is happening in your life will indicate you what you need to improve.
So does it mean, if I'm interpreting it right, that all the times you have to work on yourself?
100% correct.
Thank you. So there's nothing other way out.
There is no way out. There is nothing you can gain by changing someone else. Zero.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, Sachi. I think you put it in one statement, because we try to change others so that I can be happy, which is wrong. I have to change myself, either in understanding or whichever way, ultimately my thoughts. It's only me. I'm not trying to change anyone else, just me. Change means even if I say I'm right, even if I say I'm right, I'm changing. What I'm changing that before I had doubt whether I should do differently or not. Now I'm sure I don't have to change. This is also a change. And of course, if I have to improve, do certain things, that's a change.
Garuji, I think I when I started meditating more from this year's in September when the school started, like I was doing 2-3 times twice with our group and probably once on my own, but now started meditating every day, especially in the mornings, half an hour to 45 minutes. And when I said that, when I tried to work regarding some ailments, whether it was my knee pain, that improved a lot. And I don't even remember now there's any knee pain now. And then again, over the summer, I had my mild arthritis identified in my hands as well, because I had a lot of guests and it all created a lot of effect. And I was really deeply concerned, like how would manage the housework and all. And I just thought I will do this meditation and let's see. And I did the healing meditation for 45 minutes almost every day. And I don't know whether it's a placebo effect or in reality, but again, my hands have become normal. I don't have any pain at all since last 3 weeks. And otherwise, my attention would keep going about it everywhere. I'm cooking, watching TV, outside. I'm thinking of my hands. How will I manage? How will I manage? But I thought this is the only way. Let me just start meditating. And that has improved. So these things are working regarding ailments, but other area, it's not giving success. So that's...
See, now you have a starting point. All you changed in the case of your knee or wrist or whatever the pain was, just you. Why? Doesn't matter it was placebo or real. Who cares? End result is what matters, right?
Yeah.
So now what is not changing, you have to see where are you resisting. There is a resistance in you with respect to the other scenario you are talking about. That is very clear. You had no resistance and you went on with meditation with placebo or doesn't matter what, it worked. On the other side, based on the indication, based on things you have shared in the previous sessions or otherwise, I can see there is some resistance and you have to work on that. And resistance within you, not outside. Outside means others. No. So review and see. This could be your starting point. Find out the resistance. Wherever that is, boom, that will be gone. And how you will know it is gone or it is working, you will see the other negativity coming with life is throwing at you will go down, down, down. Just like the pain went away. Those people, those events, those things happening, negativity will go away. Then you know, yeah, it worked. I've changed. Who changed? Only me, no one else. Great. So thank you, Masters, for joining. Tuesday, certainly we will have our full half an hour meditation. And that will be also with energy of new moon. So see you all in Tuesday session. Namaskar. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali,
Thank
Gaurav.
you.
Gaurav, you will
Happy
have a
Diwali.
minute. Should I call you back
Thank
or
you.
I can
Thank you.
stay on the call here?
Sure, we can talk. You can call.
Okay, thank you.
Gauruji just had one request. I'm in the verge of buying the earthing mat. So would you mind putting the either directly to me, the link, or in the group, whichever you prefer, regarding the earthing mat?
It was posted in the group, so
I'll find it out then. I'm
yeah.
not sure whether I've not gone to the history. I'll just check it out. No problem. Thanks.
I mean, just look for the brand on Amazon, so you will find it, and you have to just pick the size which you like. It is
Okay.
HOOGA. I will put it in the chat also.
Okay, I'll copy it. Yeah.
Yeah, just look for this. This is the
Yeah.
brand that I have.
Okay. Huga. Okay. HOOGA. Thank you.
And the size I have picked up because it's for my desk or my like under or over, doesn't matter, on my feet or hand. So whichever size works for you.
Yes. I just wanted for the kitchen mat, like standing in front of the gas hob while cooking. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you, Masters.
Bye, Damodarji. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.